Happy Sunday, Collective. Welcome to another reading. If you're drawn to this reading, it's because the Divine has some messages for you, for me to translate for you. Today I will be using this deck from Kim Kranz, the Alchemy deck. It's her fourth deck, her last and final deck, and it is one of my favorite artists who makes decks. Her imagery is beautiful, and I highly recommend it. Divine, what does the collective need to hear? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors, angels. Thank you, higher self, for being with me, guiding me through my intuition. To pull the cards with the messages in the highest good of the collective. Please allow me to assist them on their evolution of their soul. What do they need to know on their growth process right now? How can these messages help them heal and get through what they're getting through? Synchronicity. So I'm gathering that there is a momentous feeling. There's a feeling of momentum building. There's a feeling of things lining up at the current rate that they've been going. You've been doing very well on your healing and ascension journey, and right now things are coming into fruition because you are getting in line, getting aligned with the vibration of your soul, and you're working on becoming more aware of what it is you need to heal. So that's why you're experiencing synchronicities. That's why you're experiencing people coming in and job opportunities coming in and things manifesting, because you have worked so hard to be able to receive these divine synchronicities. And so what it is that's coming into fruition, that's what the synchronicities are that are coming out. I'm going to read for each card. I'm going to pull a couple cards from this deck and read, since it is a fairly new deck to me. I would like to, and I really love her writing in this book. It always hits. Synchronicity, source, destiny, the miraculous message. The Unus Mundus is the presiding deity of alchemy. It arrives to remind us that we are not alone in our queries or our journey. What are we to do here? What pulls us forward? Unanswerable questions are timeless fuel for the flames of transformation. Mystics before us have uttered the same questions while tinkering in their laboratory. Do not underestimate the brave act of your attention to the details of your daily life, to the ecology of our world. What you notice matters. You matter. When this card arrives, sacred messages abound. Everything is a living symbol, a synchronicity. Its guidance is sent directly from the alchemists who have come before you to encourage you along the way. See the deeper meaning of what is in front of you in this very moment. The new eye opens. Synchronicity is the way the world of mysteries claims your attention. Something is sure to stick out to you today. A word, an image, lyrics, a memory. Take note. When Unus Mundus appears, something you cannot yet see is taking shape. It will soon emerge to support you. Trust, breathe, the miracle awaits. So, from the write-up, I would say there's also a message being to remind you that the synchronicities are not always so large, they're not always so big as I was saying it might be, in the form of a relationship or a job or some kind of major change, moving or something major happening. It might be that the synchronicity is a small sign, it's a small thing that's something you don't usually pick up on. And it could be as little as a stranger being kind to you on the street, and it's leading up to something. It's part of the momentum, and maybe the synchronicity is that you're starting to feel a little bit happier at your workplace, and it's leading to a promotion or something. It's not necessarily the major event that is what you're to be paying attention to now. So let's pull one more card. We get one more message for the collective on their way, on their journey. What do they need to know? What should the collective be aware of? All right, we got vinegar. Vinegar is a really bitter substance. It's a tool in this deck, I believe. Oh no. Let's see. It's a material, sorry. It's a material. So you might be asked to use vinegar in some way, and asked to use some of this bitter substance. Let's read about it. What does the bitter message have to say? Acidity, vinegar. Distillation, memory. The tongue knows vinegar. Even the suggestion of receiving a few drops into the mouth reminds us of vinegar's sour, lip-puckering qualities. In alchemy, vinegar serves as an active agent of distillation, fermentation, and preservation. It is incredibly useful when applied in the right amounts with intention. This said, it can be easily overused, overwhelming the situation at hand. When the vinegar card is present in the reading, it indicates a sour note permeates the laboratory. It is likely something from the past is showing up in the present and demanding our attention. It is in vinegar's nature to take over, to overwhelm. Be cautious with this material. A little goes a long way, as they say. It is productive to look at your past, but not to stare. Such is the complex energy of vinegar. Okay, so vinegar is here. And because it's here, it is a caution to not hold too closely to the idea that there's something happening in your past that's holding such a heavy weight as a sign of something. If you're too heavily focused on what it is that you believe is a synchronicity and you believe is going to bring in something else that you're trying to manifest, that's going to overwhelm the situation and delay it. It's gonna take away from your momentum. And right now, you want to use vinegar with like a little bit more caution. Just be able to tap out of what it is that you're also paying attention to. So right now, if you find yourself thinking about this thing from the past, or even if it's from the future, if you're trying to bring in something that's coming in, try to allow yourself to not use too many drops of vinegar, in a sense. And the way to help doing that is by tapping into the present. If you're constantly thinking about the past or the future in regards to this synchronicity, you're possibly overwhelming your workplace. You're overwhelming your situation, and the mind needs to be cleared. Because the acidity of this vinegar, which is your paying attention, your thoughts being too heavily focused on the synchronicity either coming in or what has happened that could be leading to what's coming in, definitely try to take your mind off it. Go do something fun and go be very present with yourself. If that's hard for you to do, via like not being very practiced in meditation, try to do something that brings you close to a meditative state. If that's a hobby or activity or thing that you love to do, if it's being out in nature, if it's being, in the water swimming, get yourself there so that you can tune out of what it is that you're feeling your momentum driving you towards. but don't want to overwhelm with this vinegar material being your thoughts too heavily focused on it. All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope this message helped. Blessings on your journey.